What up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back
Welcome back to
another
another episode. Sorry.
of
Don't do that.
Don't Do That
Right here on Wicked Wednesday.
on 16 TV.
Now, alright. I did go last time.
Okay.
So,
right.
let's go ahead and get it going.
All right, so today's shirt and representation for those that want to
talk shit
or, complain about our attire.
Because
if you did not already know, for everybody that is not in tune with the Force, Darth Vader and Ahsoka. Okay. So today I want to talk about double standards. Double standards in America. Because the Charlie Kirk situation, the Charlie Kirk assassination, brought up a talking point. A talking point of how a lot of people can dish it, but they can't take it. So I submit this to you. When people were online, and they still are, being crass, being disrespectful, being quite distasteful with the Charlie Kirk memorial fountains, with the hole in his neck and the water's coming out of his neck and all of this different disrespectful, very hateful and hurtful stuff that, if the wife of this man or the children of this man saw these memes, they would be feeling some type of way. But I submit to you, you can dish it, but you can't take it. Because all of this stuff is just a mirror of the Trayvoning and the George Floyd challenge and the stuff that they said and did with Tamir Rice and Sandra Bland. And did you see where I'm going with this? I could go on with the names. Yeah. So, people are getting fired over free speech because of Charlie Kirk. People are being doxxed online for stuff that they said, about Charlie Kirk, even though they may have only been, exercising their free speech, which he was a huge advocate of.
Oh, yeah, even if it was hate speech, he said.
And so, I just, the hypocrisy is real. The hypocrisy is real. Now, here's something I wanted to ask y'all. Now, Dr. Umar, right? We know Dr. Umar.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Now, there are things that Dr. Umar says that, of course, I don't agree with, right? But Dr. Umar says some things that are, stay away from them snow bunnies and the white man this and the white man that. He talks real ill, right? Real ill, kind of like Charlie Kirk did about black folks, right? So I was wondering, if he were to, somehow, knock on wood, if he was to somehow, something were to happen to him, would we be flying flags at half-mast?
Right.
Would he get the Presidential Medal of Freedom? Exactly. That's what I thought. So here's another one. How's about Minister Louis Farrakhan?
Oh. Before we get to Louis Farrakhan, we have Joint Man, Acapulco Gold.
Acapulco Gold, some good ass weed.
And that's what it is.
Yeah. So,
House of Dank.
Is those
Of the spot.
No, you do that. But okay, so it's just like Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan has always been someone that tries to uplift the black folks. Nowhere in any of our history, the Black Panthers, Minister Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, who Charlie Kirk said was a horrible person, by the way.
And that didn't deserve the day he had.
None of these people were preaching hate speech. Dr. Martin Luther King, it took 15 years for him to get Martin Luther King Day. But yet and still, Charlie Kirk has the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Has a day.
Has his own day in his honor.
Which is, by the way, George Floyd's birthday. Both their birthdays are on the same day.
And so, of course, you know that we are going to honor George Floyd on Charlie Kirk Day because it's only right.
It's only right.
Now, I want to talk about something as well as like this whole thing with tainting and what's the word that I'm looking for? A perverse, I don't know, somehow twisting and tainting the word Christianity. Where I hear people who are racists, okay, on here talking about, Nick Fuentes, if you're not a Christian, if you're not a Christian, I don't want to hear from you. So you're a Christian? As much hate and as much negativity as you spew, you find yourself Christ-like somehow? I'm boggled. What does it all mean, Basil? I'm boggled. So we got cats like Nick Fuentes, Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, who taint the reputation of Christianity, and they also taint the word, the feeling, the heart of America. Oh, you're not a true American. You're not a true Christian. What is a true American and a true Christian if Nick Fuentes, Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk are what that represents? What are you saying?
Basically, they want a fascist regime. They want Nazis involved. They want it back to the old days. They want Western civilization to be.
That means that their definition of an American and their definition of a Christian is completely different
Than what it's supposed to be.
Than what everybody else is thinking. Completely different. It is not a Christian to have hate in your heart. That's not the definition that I was taught. Tolerance, love. These are things.
The only tolerance and love that they're ever taught is
I don't understand this. Now,
and maybe they're cousins.
Here's one that a lot of people want to understand, because when you hear Trump, you hear a lot of people call him a fascist, right? And everyone wants to know, what does fascism mean? What does that mean? 16, what does that mean?
We don't know. It just sounds provocative.
This is a mass political movement. Listen to this. So that when we call Trump a fascist and y'all try to say, oh, no, shut your ass up. Because listen, a mass political movement that emphasizes extreme nationalism, militarism, and supremacy of nation over the individual. This model of government stands in contrast to liberal democracies that support individual rights, competitive elections, and political dissent. So, political dissent. Oh, you're talking bad about me. You're talking bad about me. You paint a bad light. You send a really bad vibe. Your leader is supposed to come talk to me. So don't talk bad about And then competitive elections. Does he want competitive elections? Gerrymandering? Anyone? What else from this playbook can we put on Donnie T? Let's see. He wants to get rid of the individual rights. Let me see. It's got contrast to liberal democracy. Yeah.
Sounds about right, guys.
And so what you say? They have a problem with double standards. So if Obama had done even 3
you guys would have wanted
of the things that Trump has done, even 3, of them, he would have been labeled a traitor to the country and been thrown under the jail. Trump has 34 felonies and he's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that can get even a job with 34 felonies, let alone run the country.
Let alone run the country.
Double standards in America, everybody. Double standards in America.
Right.
Let
This is exactly
light
where
this
we're
up.
at. Here you go.
That's right. Let me light this up.
Because here we go.
I swear.
Now, as we know, Disney took a big hit.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Good job, everybody.
2.3% is what they lost total.
Almost $4 billion, everybody.
And they're within the process. The cancellation page crashed.
Kimmel's back.
And with the amount of money they had seen just lost in days.
That's right. Speak with your money and your vote, everybody.
They were not going to let that happen no more.
Oh
Because yeah, they're
money.
like, we're not gonna let this. No, you can't do anything about it.
Donald and Minnie, what the hell? My bank account.
But we have Nexstar and Sinclair out there said they will not be airing Jimmy on their ABC affiliates and will run other programs instead. After Disney announced they are bringing him back. They have 70 owned and partner ABC stations, which is more than 25% of the roughly 250 ABC affiliates nationwide.
This is bad news.
Now, Sinclair stated discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return. FCC Chair Brendan Carr praised Nexstar and Sinclair for deciding to stop airing the show. He told them it was time to stand up. Now, the Republican Senator Ted Cruz had called Carr's comments kind of, dangerous as hell. Because Nexstar owns 23 ABC affiliates and has 9 partner ABC affiliates and needs FCC approval for a $6.2 billion merger with Tegna. So of course they're gonna follow what the FCC chairman says because they are running a deal. Now Nexstar said it stands by its decision to not air Kimmel, and that it will continue to monitor the show as it returns to ABC.
Tight asses.
Now it operates ABC stations in Salt Lake City, Utah, Nashville, and New Orleans, among other markets. Nexstar said that the show will be available nationwide on multiple Disney-owned streaming products. But that's not the point, you guys. Now, Sinclair Broadcasting said on Monday it does not plan to resume airing Kimmel's show on its 38 ABC affiliates and will instead air news programming, including on stations in Washington, D.C., Seattle, and Portland, Oregon.
Are you mad?
Now, if Sinclair and Nexstar don't air Jimmy Kimmel live, ABC can take several actions, including terminating their affiliation agreements and potentially pursuing legal action for breach of contract, as these agreements are legally binding contracts for the supply of programming. And another possibility is that the FCC chairman, obviously would not, could consider license revocation for the stations, and broadcasters must operate in the public interest. ABC might also respond by increasing pressure on Sinclair and Nexstar to air the show, highlighting the potential negative impacts on the station's financial standing and reputation due to the loss of major networks' programming, because all of their programmings will be removed from all of their stations,
and that's
from all of their affiliates. All right, now 25%. That's a good chunk. That's a quarter of what they have. Now, potential actions by ABC.
Money talks.
Here.
Bullshit runs the
Potential actions by ABC could be terminate affiliation agreements, meaning all of their affiliations gone. Nothing that has to do with ABC, Hulu, Disney, anything like that.
And that catalog.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is huge.
Guess who's also under Disney's roster? Fox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did y'all forget that?
Did y'all forget?
Oh, because remember, like we stay up on the superhero stuff, right? And so we were so happy when Disney got a hold to the Fox characters because of the merger. Remember, we were like, oh yeah, now Marvel gets to do the Fantastic Four. So how long ago did Fantastic Four come out? Didn't you see Gambit in Deadpool versus Wolverine? So
Fox is under Disney, you guys. ESPN is under Disney. So if you want to watch your MMA fighting,
the House of the Mouse,
all that good stuff right there.
The House of the Mouse.
Okay. All right. So, where would I? Legal action could also be done. They could sue the stations for breach of contract, especially if the stations are contractually obligated to air all network programming unless specific circumstances like community standards are met. Though they, of course, argue the fact the community interest is at stake.
Community interest.
Because, you know, when you allow a fascist Nazi to spew hate and division, you have to allow stuff you don't like. Double standards. You then become just as bad as the people you claim to hate. You sit and act like racism isn't being spewed right there in your face, and yet you sit there and act as if it's not there. Because if you can sit there and listen to something that is so hateful and act like he is not, then you are just as bad as the people you claim to hate.
And that reminds me of a part of the show that I slipped on. I slipped because there is a clown running around out here that has a rap song.
Oh yeah.
That is talking about stringing up and gonna try and play in our
strange
face.
Fruiting.
Gonna try strange fruit,
which is considered is actually to the hating.
And and he's trying to say that he's not talking about black folks. He's talking about liberals, or
But the point is, you are inciting violence. That's not freedom of speech. Because I can look this up.
This is
because
real.
hate speech is not part of freedom of speech.
He's actually out here. This cat is out here, and it's the same dude. This is what lets you know that this is just all the way messed up. It's the same guy that had Amber Rose in his video. He's a Trump supporter.
Oh my God.
And he had Amber Rose in his video. I don't know if she still supports Trump, but she did back then. And so
well, she was in this
she
video
was in the
now.
music video and using her name as celebrity to promote this clown. So
I see Amber Rose has found the side that she has wanting to take.
She's on the side of the bootlegger.
She does not accept, I'm sorry, but you don't accept your black side, my baby.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
You don't. Absolutely not. I don't care.
Black card revoked.
See, I am...
Kick rocks with no socks, bitch.
He said it, not me.
Kick rocks with no socks.
So, either way, you look white anyway, so it's all good. The only thing you got going for you is the ass. And that might not even be real.
I mean, we already traded somebody for M, but we can trade somebody else for you. Because Timberlake? I don't know.
No, right now, I don't even trust anybody right now.
I don't know. When you say you stand, I said this before, when you say you stand with America, I have to look at you and go, which America? When you say I'm a Christian, I have to go,
what kind of Christian?
What kind of Christian are you?
Because then I still question, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you can't.
Christian nationalist.
Out of all of them, I have noticed that whether or not you're a Baptist, whether or not you're a Catholic, whether or not you're a Mormon, it doesn't seem to matter, because it seems to be some sort of PDF filing going on or anything like that when it comes to these kids.
If you can throw away right and wrong and throw away lies and truth and just disregard the Constitution, then yeah, you're probably on that side.
Because it also states, again, I don't ever remember where it is in there, but you can look it up yourself.
I'm glad.
But it doesn't take more than it takes. All you need is 2 or more people to worship whoever you may worship. You don't need a whole congregation.
I'm glad he got rid of Kimmel, because Kimmel got a bunch of people canceled too.
He got people canceled? Who did he get canceled?
I'll have to look it up.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Exactly. You would know the information. So I was like, hold on a minute while I have my phone in my hand so I can look up the information. And I've actually tried to look it up myself, and it only talked about him being canceled.
I already knew where he was going. He probably wouldn't have been able to
But one of the funny things also is when people were talking about, look, woke people trying to boycotting a woke network. See, what's funny about that is that you don't have to be woke to know your rights.
No.
All right, so if you boycott something, whether or not they're woke with you and they run scurrying from people they know they shouldn't have run scurrying from, we're going to hit your pockets harder than what they are. Because think about it like this. They lost only, a quarter of what?
They lost $4 billion.
Which was only a quarter.
That's the last thing I want to say.
Of what? A quarter of what Trump had sued them for.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, imagine if they were to let this continue to go on. You think they really would have not lost more? They wouldn't have came back that quick.
I want everybody to...
Because all over the
really
world...
understand this moment, because it's not like it's a huge victory moment. But this is a teaching moment. This is a teaching moment, America. This is a teaching moment. I've said this over and over again. The only thing that they understand is money. You saw what happened. We spoke, we voted, we spoke with our dollar. We lost $4 billion because we were like, nah, that's not what we want. And he's back on the air because we are their bosses.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they work for us. The politicians, the networks can't survive without us watching them.
And on top of it,
what are they?
A lot of people wanted to prove a point because the first thing that they wanted to throw out there was his ratings. Okay, so you think his ratings aren't going to be back up? Now, mind you, a lot of people are going higher in the next couple weeks. A lot of people are expecting him to come back strong. So we're talking probably they want him to be worse than Stephen Colbert right now.
We want to see how he comes back, because if he comes back and he's watered down, then everybody continue to not subscribe to Disney Plus and their affiliates. But if he comes back
and
swinging, he reams their ass, freedom of speech is a thing again.
Exactly.
And we can all rejoice and we can continue to fight. But we have to continue to fight. Everybody's been on their phones,
we can continue.
Cat videos, we haven't been voting. We got to vote.
We can continue.
Shake it up.
I'm going to take this out of a little song, or I think it might even be a hymn.
Oh.
We can rejoice and be glad in it. And if you know Christian songs, you know that's part of it. Look it up. You can rejoice and be glad in it. Because it actually says we can rejoice and be glad in it. Look up the lyrics.
All right.
So, all right, guys. Thanks again for coming out and seeing us on this Wicked Wednesday. We will see you next time on F It Fridays. See you later. Pieces.